Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, if you've ever thought about making money online, but you felt that it was too complicated or time consuming, then keep watching, because today I'm going to be sharing a high profit, super easy KDP book niche that you can start working on today. And the best part, you don't need any design experience and you don't need any expensive tools to start. You can literally create a book in just a few clicks and then start uploading it onto Amazon almost immediately. But before that, if you've been wanting to create low and medium content books and don't know where to start, feel free to check out my KDP royalty roadmap, where I go through step by step to show you how to create your very first book from start to finish. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online, whether it be through Amazon KDP or other online businesses. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, today we're going to be talking about the monthly bill tracker logbook. Now, this is a low content KDP book niche that's not only incredibly profitable, but it's also evergreen, meaning it sells consistently year round. It's always in demand, easy to create, and the interiors are also so simple that you can basically copy and paste them. So why is this monthly bill tracker logbook such a great niche? Well, first of all, it's a practical book. People need to track their expenses, especially in today's economy. So this type of logbook provides an easy and an effective way for customers to organize their monthly bills. Now, the best part is that these books are evergreen, meaning that they sell consistently throughout the year, every single year. There's no seasonal demand here, so once you publish it, it can continue generating passive income for you without any extra work on your part. And because it's a low content book, the creation process is incredibly simple. The interiors are straightforward. You have rows, columns, and basic text. This means you can use tools like Canva or Creative Fabrica to create or customize interiors in just a few minutes. Now, if we go to Amazon and take a look at this niche, we type in monthly bill tracker, and we're gonna see all of this information here. This is provided by Titan's Quick View, which is a KDP research tool. It's actually free to use, so feel free to download it from the Chrome Web Store, but it's basically gonna give you a lot of useful information. So one of the things it gives you is the exact total results. Instead of on Amazon where it's just giving you over 1,000 results, this is gonna be very important when it comes to niche research. So we see 1,559. We see the exact match, meaning how many books are ranking for this exact keyword in their title. So we see 4 out of 48. How many books are independently published? 21. And then the average bestsellers rank at 92,000. Average reviews, 1,301. And then the average price at $9.52. We also have a niche score of 82, which is actually pretty high. But the very first thing that I look at every time I'm looking into niche research and trying to validate a niche to see if there's potential for profits is going to be the total results. Now, my niche validation process is actually pretty simple. It's only 3 steps. The first one has to do with the competition. And for that, I look for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high, which means that I might have a good chance at trying to get my book ranked on the first page of Amazon. Number 2, I'm looking for demand. There's no point putting a book up if people aren't going to be looking for it, if people aren't going to be buying it. So in order to find out this information, I look for 3 or more KDP books that have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are selling right now at a pace about 1 per day, which means that there's demand here. People are looking for books here. And number 3, I'm looking for a niche score that's provided by Titan's Quick View that basically validates all of this with a score of at least 50. First step, we see total results 1,559. It is a little bit more than 1,000. However, it's still a good enough number that you probably won't need any ads to try to get your book ranked on the first page of Amazon here. And then as we're looking down here, we're going to look for 3 or more KDP books that have a BSR of 300,000 or below. And I'm going to always skip the sponsored products because I'm looking for organic rankings. So the first one that shows up is right here on the right. The first thing that I notice is that it's going to have a bestsellers badge right here. And then when I hover over it, we're going to see under publisher that it says independently published, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And then a bestsellers rank of 704. 40. Now, scrolling more down, we see another bestsellers badge. When we hover over it, it does not say independently published. So this is not a book that I look at. The book next to it says independently published with the bestsellers rank of 41,000. So that's book number 2 that's showing demand. And if we do some more scrolling, this book is a little bit higher at 1 million. This book right here is at 82,000. And then the book right next to it is at 3,000. So we're seeing that my step 2 has already been satisfied, which is telling me that there's enough demand here. We have some more here. This one's ranked at 64,000. This one is at 183,000. This one's at 104,000, 122,000, 67,000. So I'm seeing a lot of demand. So there's no question here that people are buying this type of book. Now, when I look at the niche score, which basically validates all of the research that I just did, it's showing an 82, which is basically telling me that this is going to have potential for profits. Now, if we check out this book, this is the monthly bill payment checklist, bill tracker notebook, the 4-year guide for families and money managers, 960 billing records included. We can see it has a bestsellers badge. So we know this book is doing very, very well and has a 4.3 out of 5 rating with a ranking of 719, which if we plug into a KDP book sales calculator like this one, that's good for an estimated 184 sales per day, which is 5,520 book sales per month. And add that royalty calculator with all of its information. That's good for $443 per day in estimated royalties and over $13,000 per month in estimated royalties for just one book. So this is the power of Amazon KDP, because one book can literally make this type of income. Now, this is priced at $7.99, which is the typical price for these types of logbooks. And then as we can see the features of the book, we can see the type of interiors that are in here, which kind of helps us if we want to create this type of book. This is an 8 by 10 inch, but you can also make this as a 8.5 by 11 inch book, and total pages 128 pages. Now, if we check out the BSR graph here, we can see its performance for the past 30 days. As you can see, since November 30, this book is steadily selling better and better. But what I like to do is I like to go back 90 days, 6 months to a year, because this is an evergreen niche, which means that this is going to sell year round. So if we go 90 days, it does better in some parts of the year than others. However, if we go 6 months, we can kind of see that it in fact does sell year round. And then since it was published, you can see that once it was published, it wasn't selling very well. I mean, there's this portion right here that's selling decently, but as of right now, this is going to be the best performance that we see from this book, ranking well below 1,000 on average. Now, if we check out the A+ content, this is where the publisher can add more information about the book, pictures, interiors, and more. So you can see 4-in-1 tracker for you, comes with income and expenses, bill payments, debt payoff, saving challenges, and 48 months. Now, this part right here is a sample of the interior. So this one, they have a page for yearly financial goals and then summary of the year. So this is going to give the customer an idea of what the interior looks like. Some more pages. So this one is defining your monthly goals, managing your income and expenses. You can track your bill payments, review your monthly budget. Very good A+ content here. Debt payment tracker, other bills and expenses. And so this gives you an idea as a competitor of how they're putting this book together. So you can go ahead and compete, make it better, and try to maybe add something more of value that they're not providing in their pages. Now, the easiest way to create this type of book is actually just to use Creative Fabrica, because what you can do is you can make a search for monthly bill payment or monthly bill payment tracker or checklist or logbook, and it's going to come up with all of these search results. We see 452 here, and you can go through all of these interiors, pick and choose which one you want. And what you're going to basically do is you're just going to replicate the interior and make it your own. This is really all you have to do to get this type of book up and running on Amazon KDP. A better way that you can do this is also to look for Canva editable templates. So for example, this one right here, this is going to be a budget planner. And once you upload this onto Canva, you can actually make edits very, very easily so that you can make it original. You can change the font, you can change the layout, You can add more boxes, and this is going to ensure that your interior is original, so you don't have to run into some issues with Amazon KDP. Now, once you open that Canva editable template, you're going to be able to make a lot of changes to this interior. So for example, we are going to be creating a black and white book, right? And as you can see, there's color. So what we can do is we can just take out that part. You can also change the colors here. So you can go ahead and change this to something that's more grayscale, something like this, make a black background like that. And then you can change this element out if you want to something else. You can change the color, make it black, or you can go to elements and you could type in those keywords. So you could do like budget planner, and then you could go graphics, and then you can find something here that works better for your liking. For like example, this one, delete that, and we can put this one here. And then another thing you can do is you can go ahead and change the font easily by going to this font area and finding something that will fit this budget planner, something that you like and something you think customers will enjoy. So something maybe professional, and we can do something like this and use this font right here. And then you can also, if you wanted, instead of having this stacked, you can go ahead and do this where you're going to like that, make it smaller, and then put it here. And then we're gonna go ahead and make this smaller, make this smaller. You can also do things like bold it. You can add effects like a lift to kind of add some type of effect. And so you can do a lot of things with Creative Fabrica. You can resize it all at once. Pretty much anything you want to do when it comes to editing these interiors, you can do with Creative Fabrica. And so look at that. That's a totally different page than the one that we downloaded. And so this is kind of what you want to do. Now for the next page, once again, you can change all of these colors and the fonts. This is the 2024, the 2025, 2026, 2027. And then let's look for some more interiors. Here's a place for bank account. So once again, you can change out. You can remove these elements if you want. As you can see, you can just easily take them out like that. You can change the fonts to all of these boxes. You can add more boxes if you want. Here's the account tracker. You can go ahead and instead of using these grids, you can make your own. If you wanted to do that, you could just go to elements and then look for the line and choose the shape right here, this line, and you can start making your own grid. So go ahead and put the line weight down, and then all you have to do is extend it here, and then you can just duplicate it and then place it where you want it, duplicate it, duplicate it, duplicate it all the way, and then you can make your own grids. If I go ahead and move this whole thing, as you can see, you can start making your own grid if you want. It's really up to you how you create the interior. But the key is to make edits and modifications so it's something that's original to you. But this is the easiest way of creating this interior. You're gonna cut away a lot of time and hours coming up with the interiors from scratch because all you have to do is modify the ones that are already here. Now, once you've edited and modified the interiors that you want, you can go ahead and pick and choose which templates you want here for your book. And once you have all that done and you're finished with the interior, all you have to do to save it and have it ready for Amazon KDP is gonna be hit share, download as a PDF print, all pages. And if you're paying for Canva Pro, use CMYK. If you have the free version, use RGB, and then just hit download. And then all you would have to do is make a cover for this book and it'll be all ready to go. Now, if you want more videos and tutorials like this, let me know by hitting that like button and commenting which niche down below. Also, don't forget about my KDP royalty roadmap, which is gonna help you create your very first book on Amazon KDP. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.